It's us. We're back. It's our 9th recording. Welcome to Tippy Top with a few good friends.
This is our 9th recording?
I think so. I think last time was 8.
I thought last time was 7.
It is.
Oh, no, I was going the other way. Wow, we're doing great.
It's one of them. It's somewhere between 7
and 10.
And 10.
So we're here.
They just copy me.
And we got a great show. This is actually going to be Dana's last show because she's currently dying.
Currently dying. I'm going to try to make it through this episode.
And if she does,
Trying.
that'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we ask for.
But oh yeah, by the way, I'm Simon and that's Dana.
I'm Dana.
Are you going to
And
introduce
who are
me
you?
or?
And there's also, well, I already said her name, so I was.
I figured that you were just,
And also, there's
3 for
Amon.
3.
Amon's over here. Look,
I'm over
everyone.
here.
Good.
On this audio medium.
Look to your left. Look to your right. One of you
the-
will not make it through this podcast.
Both of you
me.
probably will not. Yeah. But you'll be sad that you didn't because we're talking about some very important issues today.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
They need
It's about
delving
time.
into.
Yeah, someone asked the hard questions and made the hard lists. You know what I mean? This
All
is
these
one of those hard lists.
Froofy tippy tops.
Yeah, ridiculous. And this is not when your BuzzFeed, which Disney
No.
princess are you? No, this
No.
is which animals you wouldn't want to fight.
Yeah.
Yes, very
Yes.
important. Very
Now,
important work
here's-
we're doing.
I have one question.
I
And
have
I was thinking
several.
about this earlier.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm ready.
My question is, animals you wouldn't want to fight individually?
He has a criteria. That's
So-
mine. I was along those lines. I was like, what's the scenario?
Right, because like
Their
100 of
turf,
something is totally
my
different.
turf, their element, my
I
element.
think it's up to your own interpretation when it comes to that. See, like the criteria I had for myself was I was trying to pick an animal for every sort of environment.
Okay.
But then I was trying to think, it's like, okay, what if it was a battle royale sort of situation, and we
No.
get just like airdropped in to a small island,
With 99 other animals.
or it's just like you and said other animal, and you have like an hour, before you battle. It's like, okay, well, can I make some sort of spear or
Okay.
something and get in there? Because I think most animals.
Would you need were they all sentient at that point?
Nah.
Or- okay.
Nah. Yeah, that'd be too. Because here's the thing. Most animals, I think most of them could kill you. Most of them, if it was just you
Oh,
and an
absolutely.
animal, would get you. And so I think you sort of have to have a little bit of a skew there. And so I think maybe the battle royale scenario where it's like desert island, so you have some available resources to make
Right.
a pokey stick or like throw a rock or something like that.
You said
Interesting.
If
pokey
you could
stick.
if you could set a trap maybe, which I could not do.
See, I was thinking more of fighting. So
Well, like in a boxing ring?
yeah, it's just you and this animal.
Well, it doesn't make it,
and
but then there's so many animals that wouldn't be able to
it's a very
Box.
hard
it's-
needle to thread.
The list is not which animals won't be able to box. The list is which animals would I not want to fight in
Okay,
this
that's
ring.
fair. All right.
So it's
Well,
imagine
in this ring is what you added. Simon never said in this
it
ring.
didn't. He did not say it.
Well, it wasn't like what
He didn't
animals
say-
wouldn't you want to fight in this ring?
He also didn't say which animals wouldn't you want to fight in any of these scenarios.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That's
I
fair.
didn't want to box y'all in too much.
I see what
Nice.
you did there.
Nice.
Boxing us. Kangaroo.
Whose turn? Who starts? Who's the one?
I'll go because I first
Dana,
want to start
go.
off with something that I found online.
Okay.
Because when you brought this up, the first thing that came in mind was a 2003 show put out by the Fox. Sorry, I moved away from the microphone. Put out by the Fox Network.
You're getting farther away.
Named Man versus Beast.
Okay.
Now this wasn't Man versus. Well, it was Man
Wild.
versus Beast. It was. I mean,
Bear
no.
Grylls.
It wasn't like fighting. It was like they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different challenges.
Okay.
And I printed up the Wikipedia article
Thank you
because
very much.
there is one sentence in here that just I lost my over. So the competitions that they had, just real quickly, I just want to run this out before I give you my first answer.
Was this the one where someone swam against a shark? Wasn't that Michael Phelps or someone?
Oh, I don't know about that. This was back in 2003, 2004.
Okay, so no, never mind.
It was like a TV special, one-off, like whatever. They had a sumo wrestler who went up against a large female orangutan in tug of war.
That sounds terrifying.
What?
The sumo wrestler lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The,
Orangutans could lift like 1,200 pounds. Like,
They'd probably lose against a chimpanzee.
Sean Crawford, I don't know, a world-class sprinter, won a 100-meter race against a giraffe, but he lost against a zebra.
who's picking these
have no
animals
idea.
like the giraffe?
This one's one that was like, this is something that was shown on American television. A group of 44 dwarves
No.
lost a race
No. Don't do this.
against an Asian elephant to see who could pull a jet engine, basically a 747, a certain
What?
distance first.
What sort of metric? Hold
What
on.
kind of competition
what-
is this? It's like, let's get.
What sort of metric are they justifying that it like one
don't-
elephant equals 44 small persons?
I don't know.
It's not.
I do
It's not
not
like
know.
five. It's not like 5 regular sized people. It's just like
This is my favorite. This is my favorite one because of the way that they put this. It says professional eater Kobayashi lost a hot dog eating contest against a Kodiak bear. And I swear to you, you can read it if you want to, Simon. The next line is that did not know it was in an eating competition. No, the bear didn't know it was in an eating competition.
bear's like, oh.
Even if you sat the bear down and was like, hey, you see these hot dogs? You better eat them faster than that, dude. The bear's not going to be like, oh, okay.
You could try to like
Bear's like,
explain the
"Make
internet
me."
to an ant next. It
Like,
doesn't make
what
sense.
in the world? Anyway,
Oh my god.
I just wanted to bring that up because I found it very, very
God
funny.
bless America, dude.
So,
This great
Great
nation.
TV show ideas.
I
Thank you,
mean,
Father.
I like
obviously,
dabbling into like Japanese television on that one.
obviously, there was also, I went on IMDb and there were 2 reviews, and one of them was disgusting, 1 out of 10 stars, and the other one was a television masterpiece, 10 out of 10.
Perfect.
So,
Real polarizing
You know?
show.
How many hot dogs do you think that bear could have
I
eaten
don't
if he
know.
knew he was in a hot dog eating
that's the thing.
contest?
You think he would have eaten them faster if he was like, oh shit, I gotta eat faster than that guy?
Oh man.
Anyway, sorry.
So
I
what's
just
your
had
first
to-
animal?
Yeah, my first animal would probably be an octopus.
40 small elephants.
44 small elephants. No, I would say an octopus
Yes.
because it has way more arms than I do.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it's got little
6.
suction cups.
8.
Well, it's got
Not
6
8
more than
more
I do.
arms.
6.
It's got 8 total.
Yeah, Dana doesn't have arms. Anyone who's watching this podcast wouldn't know.
But also because like they're very, very smart. And they can like fit in like really small places.
They also
Yeah,
got that
anywhere-
camouflage.
anywhere-
They're super camouflagey.
Anywhere they can put one arm through, they
Yeah,
can get
they're
their
like-
rest
Is that
of their
how it
body.
works?
Yeah, it is.
It's like a cat.
If they can fit a tentacle through a space, they can fit their whole body through
That's
that space.
disgusting.
And then they got that ink.
They got
So
the
it's like they
ink.
can be like ink and then go away and hide using the camouflage.
And then
I would
strangle
just be
you.
like, oh God. And then you just like pop up and be like, it's me. And then
Face
just strangle.
sucker.
Yeah.
just
you know what I
alien
mean?
style. Yeah,
And plus I hate the ocean because
right,
It's
it
full
scares
of
the crap
horrors,
out of
yeah.
me.
right.
And
They're just
so
ruling out the
drown.
ocean completely.
Yeah,
The octopus
well.
is already bad news bears.
basically, yeah. So I would not want to fight an octopus because I would be at a huge disadvantage and it would just scare me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna throw mine in next because it's very much like an octopus, but I went with the giant squid.
Ah, giant,
the giant squid.
And let me-
Not a regular size squid.
Architeuthis.
No,
Sis.
I think maybe a normal one, like a normal octopus, like it would be horrible to like fight and to touch because it looks
Ugh, yeah, sorry.
like
I just thought
Amon
about it
had
for a
a
second.
physical whole body chill
it's
just
like
now.
yeah, they're almost like those animals that you think they're like not quite in our plane of existence. Like they're almost like ethereal, like planeswalker beasts. But the giant
Yes.
squid is like all those horrible things you said, but it's also 43 feet long.
Yeah.
Like longer than this room and horrifying, right? And here's a little bit more. So
Here's a little bit more.
the sperm whale is like its natural predator, and so scientists have seen these sperm whales with these giant like divots in them from like the powerful suckers on all their gross flailing arms that they use to protect themselves. They also don't have a tongue inside of their horrible beak.
Yeah,
right?
no, I know.
When,
I was just gonna ask. Don't they have beaks?
yes, and they
Yeah.
pull you in, and then you're like, oh, it's all just gushy. Maybe I can get out. It's like, no, here comes a super hard beak that I'm going to bite your face off with.
Yikes, dude.
But instead of a tongue in there, they have a radula.
What's
Okay,
What's that?
Okay, it's an organ that rests inside their beaks and is covered with 7 rows of denticles, which are sharp, toothy, backwards pointing protrusions.
Oh, like the sharks have?
So backwards.
So
sort
it's
of,
like
Yeah,
the
so it's like-
Kraken
yes,
is what you're
it's
describing.
literally
Dude.
the Kraken.
It's literally just like this death
Yeah,
tunnel.
yeah.
If it gets the arms around, it's like a sarlacc pit in there. Like you're not coming back out.
I hate.
The ocean.
The ocean.
Yeah, I know, right? That's in the ocean.
It's not okay.
It's so deep down there. Like, why is that stuff even there? No one goes down there.
That's the I remember my dad is like obsessed with like giant squid. Not like he finds them super fascinating.
Uh-huh.
And there was a show that we watched on Animal Planet where it was like these guys went down and like tried to find a giant squid, and instead they found like the smallest squid I've ever seen, which they were like, this is still an amazement. Like, and I'm like, this is the complete
Like,
opposite
shut
of
your
what you
mouth,
wanted.
you liar.
But it was so deep down that it took them like 3 hours to like get it up so that they could capture it, because if they brought it up too fast, it would just implode on
Yeah.
itself or explode or whatever because of the pressure. But it's like, that's the thing. Like you go down, there's like no light, and you just see like this like beak with all these layers of whatever those things were called coming at
Yes.
you. No.
That's
don't
gonna
want
be
it.
a no for
yeah,
me,
that's
dog.
a no for me,
A
dog.
big no. There's no way you beat that in hand-to-hand combat.
In
Even with like a knife, if you were in the water, and like even like a bigger knife.
Even if like it could walk on land, there's no way.
Oh,
Yeah.
using its little like.
Uh-huh.
Oh, 'cause you-
It's
it'd
got
be
like
so
a bunch of
tall.
extra limbs, and you're not
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
you're
not.
just
You're
not.
not having those.
just not
like
having those extra limbs.
8 boa constrictors. You know what I mean? Because I thought
Dude.
about like, oh, a snake would be scary, but then I was like, oh, a squid is sort of just like 8 snakes in a big, scary like ostrich beak. Like,
Yeah, that's not okay.
no.
I hate it.
Anyway, yeah, that's awful, and I wouldn't want to fight one
I'm probably
in
just
any
gonna
scenario.
piggyback off that because I have one that's in the ocean.
Yes,
We all
this
hate
is the
the
ocean
ocean.
ground.
Yeah.
The awful
We're
ocean.
gonna have to go great white. You know,
That was
That's
tough.
fair.
sharks are like already just they're really cool. I mean, like I like sharks, but wouldn't want to fight a shark. Great white sharks are huge too.
Yeah.
Like whale sharks are the biggest,
Mm-hmm.
but their mouths don't close. They,
don't have,
literally
like-
just like
yeah, they
scoop
just like
up
they're
their
like
food.
krill.
Yeah, but freaking dude, great whites are insane. They're just like massive, muscular like
Yeah,
fish.
they're just like one big muscle.
Yeah, and they just swim so freaking fast, and
They
they're
can
like,
smell
yeah, their
blood.
freaking noses like can smell like a drop of blood like a mile away.
Horrifying.
Yeah,
Like that's the thing. Like people are always like, "Oh, if you ever run into a great white shark, just punch it." And it's like that's
just
the
hit it in the
last thing
nose.
on my mind.
yeah, just hit it in the nose. Also, you know how hard it is to like punch underwater.
Yeah.
Right. It's like
it's
punching
not
in a
nearly
dream.
as fast. It's
You're
like,
it's so
Bing.
slow.
it's like, oh man, if only I'd punched it harder.
Yeah. Oh. Or
Also,
like,
like this ran through my mind because I was taking animals out of their habitats to fight them. But can you imagine, like, with how strong a shark is, getting like slapped in the face with one of its fins? Like,
Oh,
how
dude,
much that would hurt?
That would take you out for sure.
Lights out, dude. Lights out.
like if it just like whipped around and like
Yeah,
smacked
like
you
if
with the
like if it
tail.
punched you but doesn't have a hand, so like
Oh,
with its
yeah.
fin and just like smacked you in the face.
Yeah, that would hurt.
Slap
Because it's like
contest.
what cartilage is like
Yes.
what their fins are made out
Pretty
of.
much, yeah.
So yeah, that would hurt a lot. I mean, I know the tail would hurt for sure, but I was just imagining like, okay, well,
Like
would
you
would
and
the
a shark
fin
in a
like yeah,
boxing
well,
ring?
would the fin actually hurt like out of water? You know, like obviously if it's swimming towards me like at a fast pace and it like ran into me,
Clipped
that
you,
would
yeah.
that would hurt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But like just from like a swing, I think just because of how muscular they are and just like
I mean,
Do
they
you,
are
do you
just
know
like
how fast they can swim?
I don't, but I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, find
because
out.
that's the thing. Like they don't like work out, obviously.
They work out all the
But you know
time.
what I
They
mean?
just
But they're
murder
just like
and
pure.
swim.
But that's the thing. It's like sea animals must be so strong because they have like the water resistance. Okay,
If you take a
have
fish
taken.
out of the water, it must be so strong. You know what I mean?
35
might have taken-
miles per hour
That's
35 miles an
that
hour?
can't-
is how fast they can swim.
Jesus.
That's insane. I can't swim that fast.
No, I can't do anything that fast. I can barely drive that fast.
Barely. You can barely drive that fast. We're going 30. Whoa, slow down, everybody.
Whoa. What are you, a shark?
There's also something especially unsettling about an animal that's like the only way in which it can interact with its environment is with its like giant gaping toothy mouth.
Yeah.
Like it can't like touch or like really like feel or any of that stuff. It's just like if it wants to check something out, it just has
bites
to
it.
bite it.
Yeah.
That's it. Even if it didn't
Also-
want to eat you and it saw you, it was like, hey, what's this thing all
Nom,
about?
nom, nom, nom.
Right, and it's like rows of teeth.
Yes.
Rows of
Don't
them.
they have like 3 sets of teeth?
Yeah,
do,
well, they have
and
like
they just
rows of
lose
teeth, and
them.
they lose them constantly. So
Yeah.
they're just like regrowing these like
Ugh.
It's horrifying.
gnarly, razor sharp teeth.
No, it's like when you see like the footage of like people like the people going in like those
The little like
I
cages.
don't want to say Shark Tank 'cause that's a show. Yeah, like the,
the shark
where they just drop them
cages.
down and it's like, oh, cool, the shark's coming up. It's like, why would you do that?
I would probably do that one.
Would you? I would not be able to.
I don't know. I would do it. I think I would be more afraid of being in the water, not the shark. Does that make sense?
No. Wait.
Well, you're not that far from the surface.
Like,
Yeah, but still,
if
like
the rope gets
you
cut.
look down and it's like deep
oh, well,
water.
I don't think you're like in like a trench where it's like,
Well, yeah, but you're still not in shallow water, obviously, because
Yeah,
you're around
fair.
sharks. So for me, I think I would be actually more afraid of just
deep water.
being in the ocean than like the shark. I would actually probably want to see a shark up close. That would be baller. But like, I think I would be more afraid of just being in the ocean. But
that's fair.
I also have like an oxygen tank, so it's like a different scenario than me like trying to swim to survive,
Yeah.
which is just like a pretty much insta kill for a mon. But
What, swimming to survive?
yeah, like I'd tread water for like a minute, maybe.
Like, I'm tired.
It's
Just
like, I'm
take me.
tired. Just,
Yeah.
I'm just going to die.
Just gonna drown. I mean, what's the point? Father,
Just
my
take me,
spirit,
dude.
please. Don't make me suffer.
I'm
Yeah,
done. This is going to suck for hours. I'm just done.
It's gonna suck for hours.
Well, that's good.
All right, Dana.
Let's move out of the water. Let's move
Out of the water
let's
onto
move
the
onto
land.
Let's get out of the ocean zone.
One animal, and I'm looking right at it, that scares me. I'm not looking at the animal. There's a picture of the animal
It's in the room. Oh, Jesus.
It's a practical test. Is an elephant. They are horrifying. They are very territorial.
Uh-huh.
The gentle
They're also,
giants.
they're
I know
also
they're
pretty
also.
cute.
I know they're
Also
very
s-
cute.
very
They're very
loving.
gentle. They're very smart, but they're so powerful.
Yes.
Indeed.
And it's like they're so huge.
Yeah.
They're
Largest
so
land
huge.
animal.
And so it's like one of those things where it's like if one were to, I would just play dead, and then
Hope
die.
it doesn't smush you with its
yeah,
big feet.
that's
Right.
the thing. It's like, what do you? I don't even know what I would do in that scenario.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I've seen a lot of Instagram videos.
I'll see it.
I'm an
You're
expert.
an expert in this field.
According to my latest Instagram video.
And I watched this one
Yikes.
the other day of this dude who was leading a safari group, and this elephant charged at them, and he stood there, like hands down, unmoving. And the whole like caption in the video was like elephants are so like emotionally intelligent that they can read a person's energy and mimic it. And so there was like, so the thing you should do if like an elephant is charging you is to remain calm and stand, like literally just like stand there
Yeah.
and do nothing. Like they can sense your fear and they can sense your aggression.
What?
And I was like,
But-
I don't
insane.
know about that one, but
But at the same time, like if something that big was running towards me, I
There's
wouldn't be
no-
like,
there's no
okay,
way.
thank you, Instagram, and then just like stand still and be like, oh,
Well, maybe it's like the
elephant.
T-Rex thing, like not the eyesight thing, but like maybe you should. It's better to do
Yeah.
nothing because there's resistance is futile.
there's no way you can outrun an elephant, right?
No, I'm
No way,
assuming
I'm
that
sure.
they're they can run at least as
You
fast
could
as
probably
sharks
like
can swim.
turn a corner faster than an
Yeah.
elephant, but
It's
I
not
don't
like
know
you
about
can get up a tree. You know what I mean? It's just gonna take that thing over.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like.
I mean, that's the thing, though.
What
It's
tree?
like, yeah,
What tree,
it just
dude?
stands on it. It's, and
What
then it's
broccoli?
the other herd of elephants just like picks you up with
Yeah.
its trunk.
They also the males do this thing called musting.
Mm-hmm.
You hear about that? Yeah, it's when like they just go into like this crazy like rage state and they like sweat from the front of their ear. I don't know if it's sweat or something, but it's like they're like sweating from the front of their ears, and so it makes their ears like you can tell they're musting because it like darkens their ears and stuff, and they start flapping them like a whole bunch, and they'll like they basically go into like bloodlust, like rage mode, and they'll just like attack.
What?
Mm.
That's what?
So it's like all the reasons you just said, plus they have like a bloodlust buff.
They have like
Right,
a rage
right.
cooldown.
They're like they're on like rage, and so you're pretty much toast.
Yeah.
Just complete toast.
See, that's the thing. It's like I'm terrified of them, but then again, going back to the Instagram videos, I'll see like videos of like this is the first time this circus elephant has felt grass, and I'm like,
Yes.
oh, and they're like so cute, like
sad.
running through the
They're just,
thing.
like- and their little trunks are so
I know,
cute. They're
they're
like,
like-
grabbing onto
I
things.
know.
And you're like,
And
oh, it's like a
so
little
cute.
hand.
But if I saw one in the wild for real, like
It just
I
like
would,
punches you.
yeah,
Trunk. Like, oh,
that's the
sorry.
thing. It would just turn into a full fist like a cartoon and punch me. Yeah, it would absolutely scare me.
Have y'all seen that picture though of like the two elephants in the back of the trucks in India, and they're like passing each other, and they reach out their trunks
Stop it.
to hold
Don't-
hands,
don't.
like
No.
as they're passing.
That's
It's heartbreaking.
And then they sing like "Baby, Baby," whatever that song is from Dumbo.
Yeah.
Yo, that is the saddest.
That's a really sad story. Thanks for bringing the mood down.
Yeah, it's a powerful photograph.
On a rewind note to the shark fin slap, like how hard do you think an elephant could like punch you with its trunk?
Oh, probably very.
I bet because
Like-
I bet it could get like pretty like swinging pretty good, you know.
Yeah. I mean, also at the same time though, there is that one elephant that paints with his trunk.
I kind of want to almost make like a sub tippy top, like shark fin is definitely in my opinion lower than elephant trunk.
I see.
What's the? Oh, okay.
You see with slap force.
So so here's a question. This will just take 2 seconds. Sorry to deviate. If you could have either 2 shark fins or 1 elephant trunk, you would take the elephant trunk.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
100%.
Oh, what,
Okay.
what is a shark fin gonna do?
Well, you just said you could slap with it.
Well, it doesn't,
Yeah,
it doesn't
but
make
it
you like
doesn't make-
swim
it
faster.
doesn't make
Just
me
having like 2 fins, like
I mean, if it made me tread water better, maybe, but
well, but that just
Gills,
steers you.
maybe.
Those fins
yeah,
just
gills.
steer you.
Yeah, gills is a game
But
changer.
see, that's the weakness of the shark is it can't swim backwards. Fish can't swim backwards. That sounds like a very weird.
Oh,
Fish
what?
can't swim backwards.
What?
Yeah, they swim backwards. The water gets in their gills.
I've literally never
You've
heard
never
that.
heard this? Uh-oh. Hold on.
I'm really glad I wasn't the only one that was just like dumbfounded by this
That
fact.
was a long silent pause.
wait.
Hold on. Can fish swim?
There has to be at least
Backwards.
one of them that said "F this."
The
I'm
vast
doing
majority
it."
of fish swim forwards, but most have
Okay,
Fast.
here we go.
but most have the ability to swim backwards as well.
They just choose not to because it's dumb.
Because they're always thinking about the future.
Yes, yeah, they don't swim backwards. Because that's what I always read though, that they don't swim backwards because it's like if they do, the water will get in their gills
And they'll drown.
and they'll
Is that-
drown. Basically,
Is that what you just looked up, or is that?
Well,
it
that's
says
it's a
something
lot
totally
of
different?
words, dude. It's like I don't want to sit here and just like.
That's fair.
Remember the old line that Ginger Rogers was more talented than Fred Astaire? Like what?
What? That's
this-
you clicked on the wrong article.
I did not. It
clearly.
says 5 little known facts about fish, and then that's the very first line. This is like a recipe online where it's like back in the olden days, and I'm
No,
just
we
like,
don't
oh my
need
god,
that.
give me the recipe. Anyway,
So,
so elephant.
elephants. Nature's most misunderstood and animal. Not
Fish.
really.
This
Most
says
misunderstood and
this
animal.
says fish can't swim. Fish that can't swim backwards. This
Fish
is
can't
because
swim?
their pectoral fin cannot bend upwards as certain fishes can. Sharks are, unfortunately for them, what?
What?
This is a weird sentence. Sharks are, unfortunately for them, limited to forward movement only.
So if you get
Although
Just
they
gotta stay behind them.
can use gravity to sink back a little.
see, because my thing,
Like you use like
I don't know
harnessing
how
it.
that makes. Yeah. What?
My thing was always, if they can't swim backwards, then how to defeat a shark is to swim around to its tail, grab it, and pull it through the water backwards so that it drowns.
And punch its tail repeatedly until it dies.
Shoot it with an underwater gun.
Shoot it with the
What?
water gun.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
That was the related. People also ask, do sharks die if you pull them backwards?
See?
Answer, sharks can drown when pulled backwards because the water gets inside their gills. Sometimes fishers kill sharks by pulling them backwards for a while when taking them back to shore. The process of breathing in
That
a
seems-
shark is interrupted when pulled backwards.
That seems really inhumane, though.
There's
It
no.
seems super unethical.
Yeah.
There's no way though. There's no way if you got behind the shark and you're like, "What's up now? Time to get drowned." Like that, you could
Pull it.
with any force,
No.
like swim against what the shark is
Yeah,
doing.
no.
Also, like,
absolutely not.
what would stop the shark from just like turning its head and then
Well, that's the
flipping
thing.
around and just being like, "Yeah,
That's the
who's
thing.
who's backwards now?"
You just like tie it to your
Biatch.
leg and just try swimming faster than the shark itself. Like that would not work
Yeah, there's no
whatsoever.
way.
Sorry,
So-
we were talking about elephants. And
Yeah,
this-
no, that.
Went back to sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah, sharks are crazy.
Yeah, but for sure, elephant punch would definitely be, I think, way more damaging than shark fin punch.
Elephant
Yeah.
punch. Okay.
Elephant punch.
Can you imagine? I think like you could crack a skull with that,
Oh, easily.
Yeah,
or at least a jaw.
yeah. So my next one is sort of in between water and land, and it's also
Amphibious.
For the frog.
well, it's sort of in between. It's sort of like an elephant, except it's a hippo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was
The
like,
trunkless elephant, as people call them.
Yeah, is there no?
is that what they're called? The hornless rhino.
The hornless rhino, the large water ham.
The
Large
great ham bony.
Water ham.
That's what they look like. They're adorable.
Like a manatee with legs.
Yeah, they look great and nice, but they're awful and they kill relentlessly and they're very territorial and they're so powerful. And they just got those big gooshing jaws. They can open their mouths 180 degrees.
What?
It's insane.
I didn't know
and
that.
when you look in there, it's all just like nasty black tusks. It's horrifying.
It's gnarly.
There's no way you get out of that.
No.
It's like your
That
whole,
like grip, a
that's
freaking
like
vice grip.
from neck to knee, dude. It just gotcha.
Because
Got
I'm
him.
assuming that like their chomp down instead of their chomp up. Their
Oh, they're
chomp
like-
down is like
Do you know the pressure of that? Like the
me see.
pounds of pressure
I
that
do.
they can put.
It can bite. Oh my god.
he's like reading this for the first time as he
Well,
has it written
I
down.
saw. I had the first part, which is that they can open their mouths 180 degrees.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't read the second part of this, but it says, "This is a horrifying way to put this. I don't know why they did this. It can bite an unwary tourist completely in half with a ferocious force of 2,000 pounds per square inch.
Woof.
That is
2,000
insane.
pounds?
That is a
That's-
lot of pressure.
What is that, 1 ton?
Yes.
2,000
well, that's-
is per
yeah,
ton,
it's
ton.
1 ton.
Yeah.
1 ton per inch.
Per inch. Per inch.
Per inch.
You're pancaked.
Yeah,
I mean, the unsuspecting tourist is
Yeah,
cut in half.
yeah, dude. Unsuspecting tourists didn't know what was coming.
Could you, yeah.
I think it would probably kill a suspecting tourist too.
even if you super
We-
suspected it, even if you really saw it
Yeah,
coming.
it's like one of those things where the hippo's like, "No, he saw me coming. I'll bite you a little less
I'll just nibble."
pressure." Yeah,
No, hippos can't nibble.
we were talking about hippos.
Yeah, I
Was
sent
it last
you
week?
the video of
Yes.
that one eating a whole watermelon.
Yes, and it was horrifying. And
Oh man.
Amon said something that they're mainly herbivores.
They are by fact,
Yes,
definition herbivores. They eat plants to
but
survive. But if there is fresh meat, they will eat it.
Yeah.
So
Which
like
is-
Which is like an
zebras crossing the
unsuspecting
river
tourist.
in their little zoney zone, and they're like, buddy, snaps neck, and then is like, well, wouldn't want it to go to waste. Also,
nom.
for me, I think, first of all, power move. I'm just going to eat this meat
Yes.
because it's here. But I think it's also a deterrent because they're like, I really don't want someone else coming over here to get this zebra.
Right.
So I'm just going to
Yeah.
eat the zebra. Then there's
Yo.
no more zebra problem.
yeah, because I can I'm assuming hippos don't share a pond.
Okay, so
With-
they work in like pods, like
Right.
So it's like a big family group, and there's like a one super dominant male
Mm-hmm.
at that. But there's like mini pods in like similar areas, but they do have territories.
But I'm assuming like crocodiles or alligators don't.
There's
Whatever
no
one.
way. Yeah.
That like because I've seen like those guys take down a zebra that's been like, oh, need a little drink of water, an impala or whatever, like, oh, need a drink of water, and it's just like head gone,
Yes.
drag underwater. But I can't imagine to see a hippo do the same thing. Like they
They-
weigh a lot,
They
and to
do
see
though. They have their eyeballs come above the water like the little lava monsters in Super Mario World.
It's just like
and they
Fair.
poke around, and they look,
and
then
their
all of a
little
sudden,
ears. And you're like,
oh yeah, their little ears.
yeah, like those little ears.
then all of a sudden your raft
How-
is gone, and everyone
fast,
you've gone on the river with is dead.
Sorry. How fast do they swim? Do you know?
I don't know how fast they swim, but I can tell you they can run 19 miles an hour.
What?
That's
Which-
pretty
Which
fast
is
for a
pretty
big old
freaking
fatty.
Fast. It's way faster than I could ever run.
Big old fatty. Wow. I mean, fair.
They're real big.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
and
think
they're
that's
not
all like
slim.
no, but is that fat or muscle?
I think
Again, we
it's-
go
it's-
back to
yes.
Probably yes.
because
Probably
if that's
a lot
muscle,
of both.
I mean, if they're living
Dang.
off plants and fresh meat, I'm sure they're pretty cut.
they have
you
a
know,
real,
pretty diesel.
real lean diet,
Yeah,
real full of protein and greens.
and the occasional meats.
Yeah. Yikes,
See,
dude.
even like in a fighting scenario where I am put into a rink with a hippo, and it's the same with the elephant. It's like, how would you even?
Right. You said earlier like you're put in something with like you get a pokey stick.
Yeah, even if I had a
Even if I
pokey
had
stick,
a pokey stick.
I guess your one move would be like, I'm gonna wait till the very last minute when this thing is charging me and opens its mouth to chomp me in half. I'm just gonna try and stick that thing in there.
It's like a video game.
Yes.
Like you have to throw it and then dodge it at the same time.
Throw dodge.
And then you
It's
get
this weird
yeah. And then you get a weird like bullet time where you just like ding 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 like real fast. You just mash that button and you just do a whole bunch of damage. But there's no way.
Yeah, there's no way.
Running that fast, it's a fight. I think it would be like a fight or flight response and mine would be flight every single time.
Yes. And you'd still die, but
Yeah. Just further away from where I was taking a stand.
Yeah, exactly. Further away from the water.
you would
Yeah.
die with just a little bit more hope.
Yeah. Pretty
At least
much.
I wouldn't drown, you know?
Yeah, but see, I was talking about this earlier with somebody where when you drown, you black out before you die.
Not if a hippo is chomping you
I
to
mean,
bits.
fair. I guess you would hope that you black out before.
You'd hope that you would like drown before it like crushed you with a ton of pressure
fair.
right around
Per
your
square inch,
midsection.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't even
it's just
imagine that much pressure.
Can you imagine like it grabbing your head and just your head just
I
exploding?
mean, you
It
saw
would be
that
the
watermelon.
Gosh.
That's like,
It's
Well, the thing
horrifying.
is, it's yes watermelon, but also no watermelon. Watermelons are not that tough.
no,
You can
but
smoosh
No.
a watermelon. You know what I'm saying? So like, imagine like it just the pressure of your head being in there, and then it just going pop, like just
that's what it would be
Ugh.
like
woof.
that. How big is it? How many inches is your head?
I don't know, but the pressure would be enormous. I'm not
Oh,
saying you would
God, it's
withstand
like
it. I'm just
a-
saying it would be a lot more of a crunch than
Ugh.
the freaking goosh of that watermelon.
Yikes,
That's like,
dude.
whoosh. It's like, okay,
About ASMR.
talk about some
Nothing like-
hippo ASMR.
We're on some next level stuff.
Oh, so hippo,
Hippo. I would not. I
the
wouldn't.
the tuskless or the trunkless elephant, the
The mighty water ham.
hornless.
All right, it's my turn.
It's
Yes.
your turn.
All right, my next one is the hyena.
Oh, interesting.
That's actually that's a good one.
Is it like a pack of hyenas?
Either way,
Yeah.
you're effed in the A.
How big?
Dude,
How big is a hyena?
a hyena is like I think it's like around a wolf size, maybe a little bit smaller.
Yeah, but even wolves are pretty big.
Wolves
I
are pretty
mean,
big. It's
yeah.
bigger than a dog, smaller than a lion.
Yes.
When I was looking up like facts about, I already know like some facts about hyenas, but like hyenas are, it's not, for me, it's just not even just the fact that they're like predators.
Mm-hmm.
They are terrifying. They're just like a creepy animal to begin with. Like the way their body is,
shaped very
they're
weird.
shaped really weird. Like it looks like their back's like broken. So it's like it goes up
Because their
and then
butts
it's
are like very like close to
right.
like their
It's
knees.
like down here, and then like its back like bends down towards its head. It's actually more closely related to cats than dogs. Most people think, oh, dog, hyena, dog family. It's like actually more towards the cat family, but still very much removed from both. They have like no natural predator. They like
See, that always scares me.
Yeah,
that
that's the
fact.
thing. Like they don't have like a something that kills them off. Like humans poach them a lot, and the only other time like lions will get into like battles with them over like meat, but other than that, like they don't really get killed off by like an animal. They're like nature's scavenger, but they still hunt. And they have like the one of the strongest jaws in the animal kingdom. They like literally will break bone with their jaws and eat marrow. They,
Oh.
like yeah, it's gnarly.
That's pretty metal.
It's pretty metal. Like they're probably
That's
the most
insane.
like metal animal. They're just like
I've always seen like
Bonesaw wants to play.
I've always seen like on Animal Planet like when like a pack of lions kill something and then they like leave it or whatever. Like hyenas will be like, oh, now's my time to shine.
Yeah, and that's the
and
thing.
we'll just
Like
like eat everything.
they'll eat everything. Is the thing. Like
they're like a bigger raccoon, like
bigger,
out in the wild. You know what I mean?
bigger,
More dangerous.
scarier, laughing.
Yeah, that's the creepy part too.
That's
is
the
that
thing too.
noise that they
Like
make.
I think like I wouldn't want to fight a hyena or a pack of hyenas because I don't think they're not sentient, but like I think that the laugh and the darkness like would come into this
Oh,
weird
yeah.
like psychological like effect.
You
Like
take psychic damage.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure, dude. Like
Yeah, dude.
they're just like honing in on
Yeah.
your like fears. Like I'm laughing and I'm over here.
But see,
I'm not gonna get you yet,
I remember like
but I'm laughing. And it's like, okay, I don't want to fight you anymore. You know, I'll just give up. Like it's cool.
win.
Yeah,
Use a
I don't want
white
my arm to
flag.
get broken and then you eat the insides of my arm. Like it's cool.
I remember because I was a huge fan of The Lion King, and like I didn't know that like hyenas were like real. If that
thing.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
like-
I didn't know.
Those are like extra characters they
like,
put in this
like
movie.
I didn't know. Like, well, I didn't. I guess it was it was more so the laughing that they did. Like they would constantly be laughing in the movie, and I was like, that's really weird. And then like I saw like on I don't know Animal Planet or something. It was like a real.
Video of them like
Yeah,
laughing.
and I was like, yo, that
It's like
is messed up.
terrifying. Yeah,
Yeah.
my mom like grew up in Ethiopia, but like they had hyenas like that would come around, and they would always say like if you ever see a hyena like by itself, go home because like if it's alone, that means it's like scouting and it'll bring back more
Woof,
hyenas,
dude.
like because they're pack hunters, and so it's like, but it won't attack something that's taller than it if it's by itself.
Oh, but still, if it's by itself.
If it's by its yeah, but I'm saying like if you ever ran into a hyena
Oh,
and
okay.
and you're like a child, they say like get something and make yourself taller than you are,
Whoa,
because it literally won't attack you if you're taller than it.
that's.
But it will
interesting.
come back with friends.
friends.
Yeah, I mean that would be crazy. Like to see like.
Also, you can't you wouldn't be able to outrun one. They run
I'm sure they're super
37
fast.
miles per hour.
God, animals are so
Yikes, dude.
fast, dude. Why are animals so fast?
I don't know.
Like, what can't we
Giraffes
just, like,
apparently not because what's his face beat them in a
Okay.
100-meter race.
I don't understand why any of that was happening. First of all, and who decided it was a good idea for a man to race a
Fox,
giraffe?
A giraffe.
Fox, whatever. Anyway, yeah, no, because can you imagine like looking out your window and you see like one? Oh, hold on, Amon just made a face and it
Sorry,
was really
I just looked up
distracting.
like creepy facts about hyenas, and the first one's like so metal. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, can you imagine like looking out the window and you see like one hyena and then being like, "Oh, it's fine," and then like an hour later you look out and there's like 20 hyenas. I would
Yes.
just be like, "Nah, fam, going to bed."
Oh, yeah, you go.
I'm definitely not reading some of these, but
give us a couple choice ones.
all right, hyenas are cannibals and will attack and eat other hyena, including their young.
Okay.
Ew. Oh God. But
It's pretty metal. Hyena are believed to be more intelligent than chimpanzees.
that is creepy.
They
But they won't
show
attack anything
a
taller
large
than them.
frontal
that's
cortex
technically
of the
smart.
brain with a wily problem-solving ability.
What?
The study found that hyena achieved uncanny cooperation, all in eerie silence without apparent outward communication.
Oh.
So you do take psychic damage.
You take a
Yeah,
lot of
they're
psychic
like
damage.
telepathic.
Yes.
I almost said telepathy.
They're
One of the
almost-
most dangerous sounds you might hear in the bush is laughter. The hyena laughs to signal excitement that it has found food. The pitch of their laugh can indicate their status in the pack.
Yo, that's so creepy. Like, just the call of them alone is like not okay.
Yeah.
That's a big no from me.
It's a big
Dog.
no for me as well.
There's a lot of weird ones.
Give us one more good one.
Okay, hold on.
I saw at the Dallas Zoo wild African dogs, which are like supposed to be close to hyenas, but they're different. They're just big, wild dogs. And one came close enough to the fence that like I didn't touch it, obviously, because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, fair.
But it got close enough where I could. Things look a certain way when they are at a distance.
Yes.
You know, I'm like, oh, it's just a dog. And then when it gets right up next to you, you're like, Jesus, this is a very, very big, scary dog, and its hair looks like some weird armor.
Right, it's not-
It's not like my dog's hair. It's like this thick, coarse thing where if I shot it with an arrow, I don't even know if it would go in
Right.
there.
Yo, that's
So, the reputation of the hyena as a coward is unfounded, and hyena are aggressive competitors, not only scavenging on kills of other animals, as often believed. They kill and eat baby lion, leopard, and other predators. About 95% of their diet comes from their own kills, which takes place in packs of up to 80 hyena.
80.
It's an army.
Can you imagine?
No.
Like,
No, I can't.
oh, it's probably some hyena over there, like, looks over fence, just sees,
80
like,
hyena.
freaking...
And you know that they have like those eyes too that glow. Like, so if you had like a
and
flashlight.
just, like, imagine just, like, all of them, like, laughing at the same
Yeah,
time.
dude, no. And it's all like different pitches because of the status in the pack.
Well, that was terrible, and I probably won't sleep tonight. I have to tell y'all about my greatest fear
Yes, please.
in the animal kingdom.
Yes, go.
Your greatest?
I think so.
Is this so? This is your.
I think yes. This
This
is
your
my
this is your tippy top?
yes, my tippy top animal. I dare to even like look at the zoo.
Even mention by name.
But the silverback gorilla.
I knew it was gonna be a monkey.
Okay. So we went to the zoo not too long ago for my nephew's one of their birthdays. And the primate exhibit there was like this long thing. It talks to you about like the interactions between them and like how like the authority structure works and all that sort of stuff. And I was looking at this silverback gorilla, and it looked at me, and I swear to God, it saw right into like my dark heart.
soul, yeah.
Like
Dark heart.
It looked at me. It considered me, which is something else. Like, you know, a giraffe can look at you, and that's fine because it's just a stupid giraffe. But with this silverback gorilla looks at you and like considers you and like as relative to itself. That is a horrifying thing to see out of something that's supposed to be like, oh, it's just an animal. But they're sort of not just animals. They're sort of like they're animals, but like +1.
Like adjacent to sentient
Because
beings.
Yes.
I was gonna say because they're so close.
Yes, but
They're so intelligent.
beyond that, there's absolutely, short of you having like a submachine gun, there's absolutely nothing you could. They have like no natural weakness. Like there's no gills you could punch, or like you can't pull it.
You can't pull backwards in the ocean.
You can't outrun it. Like there's absolutely
You can't outswim it.
Yeah.
You can't outclimb it.
there's nothing you can do to get, and they are insanely powerful, right? I got a few facts because they were horrifying. They are so strong, they can tear down a fully grown banana tree. They don't even have to climb the tree. They can just tear the thing down.
What?
Yes,
Like in Minecraft when you punch a tree?
except
But, like,
they don't
for
need
real?
tools. Yes, they just grab it and bring it down and say, "These bananas are mine now, tree. Thank you for your service."
These are my
That
bananas.
and just drags
now.
the tree
What
back
was
to
the
its
last?
house.
Yeah, what was the last tree you tore down with your bare hands? Not one.
No.
Not one. Yes.
No.
Just
I
a
haven't-
non-existent tree.
Yeah.
In my thoughts,
Okay.
That's
my
Gorillas
family
insane.
tree.
are anywhere between 4 to 9 times stronger than the average like person, right? Which so I would assume that's like depends on size of the person and strength and blah blah blah. So like 4 to 9 times, so like an average of like 6 to 7 times. So like 6 more of me
Okay, how
fighting
you
this one me. It doesn't make sense. It's impossible.
no you work out.
I do.
He's a big swole boy.
but
And how much can you like
but I'm not like
What's
I'm
the
not
word?
strong, right? I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe that for a second.
But not compared to like when you look at like these like actual like like bodybuilders,
Like a
and-
bodybuilder.
or even like the strongmen and stuff like that. Strongmen,
But
are crazy.
I would say that they're above average.
Yes,
Yeah, they're
a
not your
bodybuilder's
average person.
are way
You're not
above
like,
average.
oh, average Joe over there.
But even like you take like the world's strongest man, and like in the strongman competitions, there's absolutely no way it would be able to beat a gorilla
Oh,
in
no.
like any feat of strength. It's just, I just think it's the power that they have, the intelligence that they have, and
The thumb toes that they have.
See, monkeys and like the chimpanzee, like that whole primate, I guess. What do you like grouping of
Yeah.
animals or whatever? They
family.
creep me out.
yes, because it's almost like when they look at you, they hate you.
Yes.
They see you and you think, I hate you because you like it's like they know
The next step.
yes that
Yeah.
they're like almost like on the same playing field, but they're not, and so they're plotting.
And that's the thing, like they use tools and they
Mm-hmm.
do all this stuff, and it's like that's creepy to me because
Yes.
it's like, being a human, you think, oh, I'm the best.
Except you're
Everyone's
not.
trying, but you're not.
See, if you were put on an island with like
One of each animal.
with a gorilla with like the intent to kill you,
Mm-hmm.
there's absolutely I don't think there's like anything like even if you were like very intelligent and very strong, there's just no way. There's no trap you could set. There's no like pointy stick good enough
No pointy stick good enough.
No.
to overpower like they so also in this it says they can basically deadlift like from dead weight 1,800 pounds.
What?
This kid just like lift 1,800 pounds. That's almost
That's
a ton.
almost a ton.
It's
That's-
insane. The power and the majesty and the hatred of these animals. It blows
power,
me.
the
It blows
majesty,
my.
and the
It
hatred.
blows my mind.
That's like a small car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a Volkswagen. Just like, hey, how's it?
Let me
it's
just
not-
toss
deadlifting
this.
a Volkswagen.
See, now
is
I
not
guess-
just a ton.
I guess it makes sense as to why, like,
Yeah.
what is it, like King Kong
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
was like an ape
Yes.
Right.
climbing up the Empire State Building with that woman.
Also the climbing.
Yeah, they
The
can
The
climb.
climbing.
freaking grip strength. Can you imagine? Just like, I'm putting Gorilla Punch above,
Oh my
above
god.
Hippo
Getting
Crush.
punched.
I don't know if I would do that.
Here's
Gorilla Punch above Hippo Crunch?
I would
Yeah.
rather die by a hippo. I'd rather get chomped in half or my head crushed by a hippo than have to deal with whatever that freaking gorilla would do
does.
to me.
I feel like that gorilla would literally like rip you apart.
It would
it's like
play
I'd
with
rather
you
be
and-
Well, see, but
crushed
that's
than
what happened.
ripped.
That's what happened with like Harambe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was like the kid, like he was just playing with that kid, like wasn't like not playing in a sense like, oh, here's some blocks, like playing with the kid, like let me just drag you around a little
Yes,
bit
you're my
before I
toy
eat
now.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess that's way more horrifying.
That's like
than,
that
like, a hippo.
freaking lady who had that chimpanzee
yeah, face.
and it ripped her face
Oh
off.
yeah, see that's
and
the thing.
her hands
There's,
off.
What is it? There's like monkeys in India
How
that
do you
like
rip someone's hands off?
You crazy.
Like
with incredible strength.
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. That's why Gorilla Rip comes above
You just-
Hippo
you-
Crunch for
Dude,
me.
could you
You
imagine?
just don't know what they're gonna do.
I couldn't imagine because I'm not a dude, but like,
No, don't. I can't.
I mean, because I've heard like, because there's this like one thing in like other countries. There's like that bridge or whatever that those monkeys guard.
What?
Have you never heard that? There's
They
like,
guard a bridge?
yeah, well, it's like they quote unquote guard this bridge, and it's like they sit there and like tourists will like give them like food or whatever, and if you don't like, supposedly like they attack you.
Oh my god.
if you go over this bridge. But if you give them something, then they're like, okay, you can pass, kind of a thing. And so like tourists like just start giving these monkeys. But the thing is like that I guess that has like evolved over time, where it was like if you didn't give them food in the first place, then they wouldn't know any different. But now they know. But yeah, it's like this bridge where you're like, okay, I want to go on it, and here's the Nutter Butter monkey.
I would not.
Monkeys scare me.
Yes,
monkeys are scary, dude.
You see them and you're like, they are sort of like beautiful and like in their own, like in their habitat, and they look like it's sort of like a majestic sort of thing. But I think like, man, if I was like ever anywhere near that, I think I would just be pissing my pants.
Right. Oh
because you don't know what it's gonna do. You can maybe predict some animals, but like the animals that are smarter, that have their own sort of agency and things like you just don't.
You have no idea.
You just don't know. That is my greatest animal fear, I think.
That's understandable.
That's like one of the only animals I try not to make eye contact with at a zoo.
That's what it was saying
that's
in
the
thing. It's like for the way their authority structure works, like you do not look them in the eye. Like you look down and you sort of like side eye them, or like you side eye, and that's like how you sort of like say like, hey, I'm chill. But when you're like looking him in the eye,
it's like a confrontation.
You're like, yo, you want to go?
Yes, it's like,
wanna
hey,
go, bro?
Do you want to fight this giant silverback gorilla? No, obviously I do not. Please do not break this glass and rip me to pieces.
Wasn't there a video like of some like people with a camera or whatever, and they were like some like silverbacks like came crossing through, and so it was like the daddy silverback and then like his many wives with his children,
his harem.
Yeah, basically. And it was like all of the people that were there just like stood still, and he just like stood there as they passed behind him, and then like he stood there for another like minute and then left, and then they like the people who were standing there were able to move. But it was like even that like if they made any sudden movement, they would have died immediately.
Like death.
Yeah,
just instant death.
I don't like monkeys.
Monkeys, man.
Monkeys are scary, but
or like
gorillas.
primates, or
yeah.
Are they primates or like is a silverback gorilla a primate?
I don't remember how that,
like a gorilla
that thing works. You know, like all primates are this, but not all these are primates. I don't know. Monkeys and primates. The
monkey genus.
I don't like them.
No.
I mean, I do like them. I just don't want to be anywhere near them. I think they're beautiful and majestic and
I would rather
strong and awesome, but
view them from afar.
I don't want to get anywhere. I don't want, like, even at the zoo I was scared because it looked like you walk in and it's like it's surrounded, like you're on all sides there's glass, and on all sides there are these
and the glass is like
orangutans,
thick.
and gorillas.
It's not like the little like snake glass where you're like, oh, the snake's right there. You know, it's like this glass.
When I was a child, when we went to the Tulsa Zoo, there was when we went to the like that section with all the monkeys and primates and stuff. I was sitting with my back to the glass. And it was like up against, I didn't see anything in the glass, and right, so I was like, I sat down, and then all of a sudden, this freaking giant silverback gorilla runs up to the glass and starts banging on it. I turn around and freak out, and my dad comes over and he's like, quit banging on the glass. I was like, it wasn't me. But like you look at, there was nothing there. Because he was running up to the glass, banging on it like with both hands, and then running away.
I'm next.
Get it, bro.
All right, moving terrains. We're going
to the skies.
We're going to the skies.
Uh-oh.
Eagles would
That's
be
fair.
something I would not want to fight. Because I was thinking, like, what bird would I not want to fight? Obviously, you've got, like, ostrich, emu. Those would suck because they're huge.
They've got so much neck, though.
Yeah.
They've got so much tender neck.
Also, those freaking legs. You know those things kick hard. But I was thinking aerial. And then I was thinking, like, falcons, because falcons are kind of scary. Like those, what are they called? The peregrine. Peregrine, yeah. Those, like, fly super freaking fast.
Yeah, they're like the fastest animal.
Or the ones that they're like no.
Yeah, they like dive.
Yeah.
And I was like, bald eagles are freaking huge, dude.
They are huge.
Isn't their wingspan like 6 foot?
A bald eagle, which is the largest, and then golden eagle right there. 6 to 7.5 feet wingspan.
That's
That's a big
Tall.
That's a big
That's huge. That's freaking like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar laying down like end to end.
Well, because don't they say like your wingspan is however tall you are?
Yeah.
Right. So like you think like both of you are.
I'm 5'11".
I'm
so I'm
also
not even-
5'11".
So you guys are under 6 foot. So
Yeah.
you guys don't even like reach the minimum.
Foot and a half more
Yeah.
than us.
Yikes, dude.
Foot and a half taller, just imagine.
Yeah.
It's like this freaking huge eagle. They fly really fast.
Well, with that wingspan, yeah.
75 to 99 miles per hour.
Yo,
That's really fast.
that's insane.
That's insane. Like, there's no way you getting away.
75. That's like what I
That's
do on
like,
the highway.
yeah, that's like highway speed to like really fast. I'm speeding highway speed.
Yeah. Plus, they got like,
The talons.
I was going to say they got those eagle eyes, but obviously.
They do have those eagle eyes.
Eagle
do have the
eyes
eagle
are
eyes.
insane. I actually wrote some facts down about their eagle eyes. So they have 2 sets of eyelids.
Yes.
So they have an eyelid. It's a see-through eyelid called a nictitating membrane. So they can close that. It's transparent, so they can still see through it, but it keeps like crap out of their eyes while they're flying, and it helps moisten and clean their eyes, which is baller. And you know, you're flying around at 99 miles per hour, something's hitting you in the eye.
Do
They also have sharper vision than people, and their field of vision is way wider. They can. It's nearly like.
Like 180
Yeah,
degrees.
it's past 180 because it's like they can see like back here because they can see their own tail, which is insane. And then when you add like both eyes, it's like the only thing they really can't see is like the back of their head. Plus, they can see ultraviolet light.
I don't know how that's an advantage, but I assume it's one.
I don't know. I
It's
don't know how it's an
cool, but-
advantage, but that sounds baller. They have 4 talons. 3 on the front, 1 on the back.
Uh-huh.
Just guess how strong they are. Just like the clutch
The
force.
grip strength?
Yeah,
a ton per
they're
square
2
inch.
inches long, all of them. Like the talon part, not the toe part, but the talon. They're capable of exerting a force of 1,000 pounds per square inch.
That's a lot. How does
Jeez,
that
dude.
metric? How does that even like work? Like, how much is my crush force?
How much is a human crush force?
How much can I
Crush force. Human.
What a great crush force. What a
Was
great
that
like
grip strength in pounds?
per square inch?
per square inch.
It's around 700 for average human.
700, and this eagle can do
1,000.
1,000.
Oh, never mind. No, that's how much it says a human can squeeze with their teeth, like grind like their teeth together at 700. So if you're like grinding your teeth at night, it's around 700.
So wait, what's the fist?
Relatable.
1,000. So that's half. So their talon grip is half of a hippo,
hippo bite.
bite.
God, that jaw.
Which is
Hand grip
crazy.
Strength norms. I need it in pounds. Don't need it in kilograms.
Well, then just do a kilo to pounds conversion.
For what? How old are you? 35? 33? 32?
35.
31? Sorry, I was thinking Tobes. A strong 31-year-old, 30 to 34-year-old male, 40. An average 30-year-old man will display about 40.25 kilograms of pressure when gripping.
So basically 10 times the amount.
Of
An
a
average
human.
male.
that sounds awful.
And
I
just
don't
like,
understand.
can you
In just
imagine like
one-
that digging into your face?
In just
I
like
guess
one tiny claw.
Where are the muscles? Where? How?
It's all, I don't know.
Isn't it? Well,
I mean, it's their legs, so
Do y'all think? Hold on.
oh no.
Do you think eagle is like good? Like, you think they're
like
like
the meat.
Yeah,
No, I would assume it's very like gamey.
but they got those big, strong.
I mean, it's got to be very.
It's gotta
like,
be. They gotta be thick, right?
No, not
thick boys.
fam.
You don't think? I think they got to have like
I think
a lot.
turkeys have a lot of meat because turkeys are round. They don't fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a lot. There's probably not a lot of. There's probably a lot of meat, but it's probably real gamey. Like like horse. You know,
What if you like white
there's a
meat?
lot of meat there, but it's not good meat. It's just game meat.
Ew, have you had horse before?
No, but I've had zebra,
Oh, okay.
so close enough.
Here's where I'm at with the eagle though, because it's like it is horrifying. It's got the beak, that's gonna get you. It's got the talons; those are definitely gonna get you.
It wouldn't be able to pick you up.
Right. It couldn't pick you up,
But-
but it can zoom past you at like 90 miles an hour.
But the
And
thing
nick
is,
at your
like,
face.
it wouldn't be able to pick you up, but if it pulled on you, it would hurt a lot.
And it would probably like pull you off it could like knock you off your feet for sure.
For sure. And just like
It
into
could
your
probably
back.
take a chunk out of you, though.
For sure.
But in that
it
time,
grabbed.
how fragile is an eagle?
That's true. But also, like, to punch one, you would immediately be arrested.
So it's got the full force of the law on its side.
Exactly.
So there's one thing.
You couldn't fight
So
back.
you couldn't fight back
couldn't
with an
fight
eagle.
back.
Well, not on American soil. At least. If we're on an island, then.
That's true. Yeah, in international waters, anything goes.
Or we fight bald eagles with our bare hands. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
think
really
it would
see,
take.
without help from tools, I don't see a way where you would win that fight.
I
It would
think-
be real hard to just swat an eel.
No,
you know?
you wouldn't. You couldn't touch it if it was like in the air. But if it were to like do a maneuver, like knock you off your feet, and then try and go in for like the kill with it on you, unless it just immediately hits your jugular or your femoral artery or something like that. I don't know. Like if I got. I'm
thing is,
talking about
like-
murdering an eagle right now, but like if I
But if you
got my
got your
hands
like Bart
around it,
Simpson, like Homer
Well, that's
to
the
Bart,
thing, though. Like,
just
I
around
think
his
even
neck.
if it was like on my chest, those freaking talons, 2-inch talons, are all inside of me. You're like swinging, getting some punches in. I think it would do way more damage than you would in the less
Yeah.
time. I think I could probably get a good like. See, that's the
I
thing
wouldn't
is like
punch, though.
I don't know how like strong its force to resist me would be if I tried to grab it.
Mm-hmm.
I think with having like that kind of wingspan, I think if I was trying to like strangle it, I think it could like lift itself like back. Like it would be hard for me to keep it close to me. Plus, it's just jabbing at your neck the entire time.
Well, that's the thing. It's
so
like if it's like ripping your chest with its talons and then poking your eyes out with its beak, like
Yeah.
I think it's quickly immobilizing your senses,
Yes,
like even if you are like gripping it or trying to strangle it of some sort, it's stabbing you with its talons and probably trying to like gouge out your eyes real quick.
Yeah. Unless you were like a trained eagle fighter, I think it'd be very difficult
It'd
to
be
prepare
very
but then all you
yourself.
have to do is like just stick your arm out with a glove and it would just fly to your arm. That's all you do,
That's
right?
that's not how that's,
That's
not
a
how that works.
falconer, a
That's a
falconer.
falcon. That's a
I had
falconer.
a trained eagle fighter.
Eagle fighter, not a falconer. Also, falcons are way smaller than eagles.
Yeah, but they're
I don't
just
think.
as fast.
I think it would be hard to catch an eagle on your arm.
People do it though.
I know, but I
Well,
think
that's the
it'd
thing.
be-
Like you have to have like I'm assuming you have to have like a ton of padding on your arm
yeah.
to have that eagle.
Because like
sit.
those falcons, when they do that, they fit like on the hand part.
Yeah.
Like I think it was an eagle would be like, all right,
be your
here's
whole
my whole
forearm.
arm. Time for
find
landing.
a spot. Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's it would be like so confounding and so terrifying and so distracting.
Because just imagine like you're on that island, you're like waiting, you're waiting, and you don't even hear it, and it just comes up right and just like onto your back. That's like
yeah.
it's done so much damage already because you're like, what do you can't just swat it.
Swing your arms around.
Because even
it.
if it just like grabbed on and then flew off, you're like, now your back's bleeding. Like you
Probably
can't.
gonna just die from infection.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even have to come back. You'd be like, yep, he's dead. There's way too much
And the
smallpox on
hyenas-
this island.
The hyenas would come out and chew your bones.
Well, this has been a horrifying discussion. All these animals are beautiful,
Yes,
and of
they
course
are.
we would never dream of hurting them
No.
unless we had to.
Especially the bald eagle.
That's
U.S. government.
Yeah,
We're
US.
talking about the golden eagle, okay?
The golden eagle, which is probably still endangered or something. Who knows? Anyway, hey, we did it.
We did it.
We did it. We made a very probably problematic list of animals we want to like punch and fight and stuff.
We don't wanna punch or fight them.
Where'd the eagle land on the talon the talon grab list.
I would take an eagle talon over a hippo bite.
Well, yeah, obviously, I would too.
I think it'd have to go in like the punch territory, and I think it would have to be like a peck, like a hard like coming at you.
It would be like a grab, like a talon grab.
Well, I mean, would it grab? Well, if it did, it would just be a chunk of you gone because it can't lift you up.
Right. So would you either be like talon pierced or like beak jabbed?
I'd rather be beak jabbed.
Depend. As long as it wasn't like going for my
Like
eyeball.
eyeball?
Yeah.
I think the beak, because I mean that talon's just gonna slice you up, and I'm not even sure they could stitch that back together.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think talon is more.
Yes.
So that's the thing that goes on.
Yes.
It's not the beak jab.
Yeah,
so
yes.
where is that? Like, is that? I think that's still above shark slap.
But I think with the shark, we missed the fact that they have a big scary mouth. 'Cause
Right.
Yeah,
We started
and
There's like
eat a
shark
whole
bite.
bunch.
we
Yeah,
started talking
why-
about
we
their
went
fin.
to
Go ahead.
shark
Let's go ahead and
fin.
like shark
Like-
bite it. So we'll still do elephant punch because they're not gonna bite you.
Yeah.
They
could
could
tusk
step
you.
on you.
They could
tusk you.
They could tusk you.
They gore you, which would be
I
pretty
almost-
horrible.
So
Could you imagine?
Like,
I'd
with a
still
bowl?
think I'd rather be I don't know. This is tough
You'd
now.
rather be
if you
So-
got
gored than
gored by
punched
an
with a
elephant,
tusk?
and it was like you were just like on the elephant when it was riding.
I
and
think
you were-
that it would. I don't think it would break the skin. I think it would kill you, but I don't think it would break.
you don't
skin.
think an elephant tusk would break
Those
the
tusks
skin.
usually aren't sharp, dude.
Bro, if it was charging you, it would definitely break the skin.
I don't think it would scoop you up
Have
and
you
you would just be
seen-
like on the
It's
tusk.
like. It's
But
like
have you seen people like with like bullfighting? They get gored.
Yeah, bulls are. Those horns are sharp, dude.
Dude, I think 100% that thing goes through you.
Out of all these nature shows that I've seen, it's rare that you see a tusk that's like fully pointed.
But if it's
But I
I think
think-
it
I
goes.
mean-
I think it goes in you.
But you
I
can
don't
also get
think
stabbed with a
I don't
butter
think it
knife.
goes all the way through you, and you're just like spewed through, like
I
skewed through
think it
the.
could, for sure.
I think what would happen is if it like charged you and like punched you in the stomach with its like tusk, it goes in you, it kills you, but it's not like now I scoop you up and now you're just my little shish kebab.
I think you totally get shished, dude. You get shished for real.
You get shish kebabbed.
So what's that? Is that the bottom rung?
I don't know.
Shished.
You get shished.
Shished by the elephant, then bit your whole freaking shoulder off by a shark.
Shark bite is so bad.
Shark bite's bad because you
Yeah.
got rows of teeth
Yeah.
and
People lose like whole limbs because of that.
just like complete
Shark
like
bite's so bad. Is it worse than hippo bite?
hippo crush.
Hippo crush.
I think
think
Hippo
shark-
Crush is still
I don't know. I think shark bite for me is
so
is
tough.
worse
They're
than,
so
than hippo
different.
crush.
really.
Yeah, hippo crush is still bad, but shark bite is just like razor sharp, yo. Like hippo crush is like you're getting
I
folded.
guess it's more
you
like
know?
instant though. I guess.
You're just getting.
It also
just,
depends on where. Because like if you get bit by a shark like in the leg, you
It's
have it.
excruciating,
It's
but it's
excruciating
not
pain. It goes into the
necessarily
meat.
terminal, you know,
Yes.
which is almost worse in my opinion. I think any point, like if your chest or head are anywhere near this hippo's mouth, you're done. You're done. Your heart's getting destroyed. Your head's getting destroyed. You're done.
It's all
but
getting
like
exploded.
a shark, yes, with blood loss and time,
Mm-hmm.
you'd probably die. But like it could just bite like whole half of you off, and then you're like in stinging salt water. All of it's.
That's fair.
They also do the thing where they like bite down and then they shake back and forth,
Oh yeah,
so their
just
teeth
rip
can
you
just
off,
get
just
in
shred
there.
you apart. So it's like what? Shark bite, hippo crush, gorilla punch.
I see. I would take all those things before I would, but that's just me because I have an
Fear of
outlandish
gorillas.
fear. Yes, because man, they wouldn't punch you. They would tear your face off, or they would rip
Oh
off
yeah,
your
rip.
genitalia.
Okay,
or
so
something.
gorilla rip, shark bite, because they're gonna rip you in
Yeah, no,
half.
I know,
That's
I know.
way worse than just getting
piece
bit,
by piece,
bit off.
and you're
you
not
know?
gonna die quickly, and it's gonna be horrible. And
You're
you're
feel
gonna
all
Gorilla
of it.
rip, shark bite, hippo crush. Are we doing hyena or are we doing eagle talon?
I don't know. I think squid octopus is
Oh
still
yeah, squid
super
octopus
bad too.
is also
Because there's also like with the water animals, there's the element of like drowning as well, where
Yeah.
you're like I don't belong here. I definitely don't belong here. I'm not a good swimmer,
This
and
is
I
not
can't
my-
breathe. Yeah,
Okay, so we go octopus, squid, strangle, because it's just tentacles. We'll just do tentacles, and then
And weird beak with razor hole mouth.
Yeah.
I think we go talons.
And then hyena.
Then hyena's bad, but it's almost just like fear factor bad.
Yeah.
Like there's so much psychological like terror that goes into hyena. Like no doubt they're gonna just mess you up, but it's not like sheer like we're just gonna kill you. It's like me and my friends are gonna F with your head and then we're gonna kill you.
Yeah, basically.
You'll be wishing you're dead before we kill you.
Anyway,
Also
It's
horrifying.
almost worse. It's like this weird psychological factor that's not in with the other animals.
I hope y'all sleep really well tonight, and I hope these don't instigate any fears.
Yeah, please. Yeah, if they do, write to us at.
Most of these
PO
animals
Box
are on
2?
an endangered list, so
That's
don't
true.
don't
Anyway,
hate.
Are, actually.
Don't hate the players. Hate the game.
Hate the game. EA, hate the game. We're done. We're all tired. Dana's dying.
I am
I'm falling asleep.
slowly.
This has still been a
Whoa,
great time.
that was the table. I swear it.
Sure.
Sure, stop.
Hey, if you enjoyed this, which I don't know how you would, but if you did,
All these animal facts you got. Got a lot of animal facts in there.
That's true.
you should leave a review.
Straw goat facts.
And tell other people that you enjoyed this, and maybe they'll enjoy it too, and that would be cool. We could all sort of enjoy it together.
We can
and
all be friends.
Yeah, we
Tell
can
us
all
the
be
animals that you
friends.
don't want to fight.
Yes, there's probably a lot of them because it's just like most of them.
But remember, though, if you are in a hot dog eating competition with a Kodiak bear, do not tell the bear.
Yeah, don't tell the bear. You
He'll
don't have a
probably
chance
still
either way.
beat you,
No.
but
Yeah, but don't tell him because then he's really gonna
Yeah, then he's really going to own
really
you.
gonna teabag you. You know. Yeah, we've got YouTube videos that you can go and watch and enjoy and hopefully laugh at. Also, you can find us on Instagram if you're into that sort of thing. We love you very much.
We do.
You're an important person in all of our lives,
indeed.
and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.